MUTHEU and gift story is a trending story. It has been big in the social media. I don't know how you take it, but in my perspective, it may appear as if vile Prince Kenyan Prince alikuwa anasema kila wakati ameambia men to look for money and they don't look for it, so wanaibishwa. But there are so different perspectives we can take here. And I really respect Ogobina's perspective. According to Ogobina, alikuwa anaangalia the two. Na anasema, we can't look at it as a humiliating aspect. Of course, some people will look at it that way, but the reality is, Gift can now take this to build himself. And of course, nilisikia lecturer akisema the same thing, that it's high time Gift takes an opportunity to build himself, right? Now he's come to the public. Of course, very many people who didn't know him now know him. Now, after knowing him, the thing that he has to do is actually to look deep into himself. And from what he shared, huyu ni mtu very gifted in making videos. And of course, if you look at the video, he was very quiet, talking very little. And the only thing I heard so much from him is buying a shoe worth 13,000 to appreciate himself, because he said he has not felt appreciated for some time. Of course, that happened in such a relation with MUTHEU. Now, all of them are very young. At the age of 26 and 25 was it, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so comment if you have a comment to give. Yeah, so I'm making this evening, and this is why the video is a bit dark, but don't worry. What matters is what I'm saying. Yeah, so if you look at Gift in the discussion in the studio, he was very calm, sharing very little, and that is what actually men do. They don't talk a lot. MUTHEU was talking a lot, and of course, it's like she was so tired. At the end of it, Ogobina akimuuliza, do you want to separate a bit? Akasema, of course, that's what she has been telling him all along. So you can actually realize the lesson you have to learn from this out there, those who are out there staying with boyfriends or girlfriends, you have to read the, the situation. If the situationship is not working, what happens is that you break a bit and see whether your wings can fly or not. If they can't, then you can reclaim your position. You saw what happened with our anaitwa nini 8 size 8 and actually by now I hope nothing bad will happen again. So tukiangalia what is happening here, it's like MUTHEU feels like she's carrying the burden, and she's up to the task. Hata kwa studio she was not ashamed to complain. Alikuwa anasema she has been doing everything and it's now reached an end. She is tired. She can't hold it anymore. And of course, in reality, not many women can hold it as such for long, because naturally women are meant to receive, not to give. So it reaches a time when they feel like, no, this is just too much. So that's what MUTHEU is feeling. And Ogobina did not call them in the studio so that this one comes out. You heard him apologizing. Let's just watch shortly before we proceed.
Do you need to separate kidogo or think of what you want? Do you think like you need space? Do you feel like you need space?
Yeah, I've been telling him that for a long time.
Oh, wow.
I agree to separating for a bit to understand each other.
Okay.
To understand what is it that you're doing. He can testify. I told him, imagine if you move to your own place, utajiskuma, utashangaa.
Okay.
Utajiskuma sana.
All right, so well. So I hope you've heard and you've seen from the Ogobina's show. The interview was right on point, but the unexpected happened. It happens with interviews. You can think that whatever you called and asked for, that's what you'll get, but you are in for a rude shock. Yeah. So Ogobina was in for a rude shock, but it happens that as many people, especially men, are, talking against this man, yeah, Gift, wanamwambia achangamke, ainuke. Of course, it is real that sometimes you have to push a man so that he stands up and he be what he be, because the world is not very cool for them. And even currently, the world is not cool for anybody, but for them, it's worse. So of course, Gift from now on, I think he should have a reckoning call to make him stand up as a man. Asitegemee kubebwa. Of course, Ogobina said that he learned his lessons. Now, there are videos which have been replaying and replaying. A man saying how Ogobina spent in his house and he has not paid anything. And of course, from that, I think that's how he is saying he has learned from his mistakes. And his mistakes is just not to step up. Yeah, so Gift, I hope he's learned to step up, and everybody else watching the video must have learned that it's right. If you're a man, you step up because that is what you belong. You don't belong down there. And if MUTHEU complains, she might be complaining and it looks like she's mean, but in reality, it's a reckoning call. And of course, she was saying, before Gift knows it, he will be doing so much that he cannot know. Like if now begins to live on his own and look for what he has to look for, he will no longer have to rely on MUTHEU. And of course, with time, he realized that he can do so big things. Yeah, and at one point, he will be wondering why he was stuck where he was. Now, there was another point that I realized from the lecturer, akisema, it's time for Gift to build himself, instead of now building MUTHEU. And this is a point that everybody should learn. It's not only Gift or a man. Everybody should learn to build himself. Like, there are people who are building joint social media accounts, YouTube, TikTok. Then baadaye wanakuja kuregret because when they break up, there is nothing a woman can show. Like they don't have something to hold on, or the man. Now, here, it's a situation where MUTHEU has been built by Gift, maybe in one way or another. Labda niye anafanya videos or what have you. And so MUTHEU has been known so much, their relationship. She says she doesn't like posting. Maybe she doesn't like because of that aspect of stepping up. She did not come up openly. Now, I had another point on Ogobina saying it's like MUTHEU holds on to herself. Anataka to see her reflection in Gift. So, akiambiwa ni nini inamfanya, like, what does she like about Gift? What does she say? Huwa anamsikiza. Another thing, huwa anamvalue. So, it's like now people should begin seeing, if other people say they like them, what do they like about them? That is theirs, not about themselves, yeah? Are you getting my point? Yeah, so if there is a perspective like unapenda mtu, why do you like them about themselves, not about what you like in them about you? Yeah, that one I learned a lesson there. And I think as you comment here, make some point. What should be people talking about others that makes them like them? Yeah. Yeah, instead of what I like them that is comfortable for me. You get that? Yeah. So, and another lesson I got from here is that every time we must build ourselves, as long as we are with others, let's not rely on what they have to think that that's ours. The aspect of ours is long gone. It should be about me. What do I have? All right? Before you think about what do we have. That's a very important perspective to take in the current generation because, as I told you recently, the reason why violence, death, murder is happening a lot, it's when sometimes you think you're investing together. Then in the process you realize, no, this is just their investment and not ours, right? So from Gift and MUTHEU, there are so many lessons we've got, and we'll keep talking about them. And it wouldn't be very suitable to just look at it negatively, but we have to look at it positively so that what can MUTHEU learn to do? What about Gift? And what about those other Gifts out there? What about other MUTHEUs out there? What should they learn? Yeah. So that should be the right perspective to take as we continue viewing this. Bye-bye for now. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to it. And for those who are following, so continue following and continue giving critiques about my videos and maybe recommending on what I should do.